Hi, have you ever wanted to create a concept render with just one click? Or to produce numerous images? For inspiration, never leaving your favorite software. Well, what if I tell you that now you can? You can do this, and these images out of this simple model right in Rhino. My name is Anton and let's start the tutorial. First of all, we will follow the link in the description of the video, which will get us to the GitHub page, on which we will find the installation instructions for the stable diffusion. Let's follow these instructions, and first we'll install Anaconda 3. Let's open the link in a new tab and download the Anaconda distributive. Once download is complete, we will follow through the installation steps. Just leave everything by default. Installation will take a while, and after it's done, we can continue with the installation of Git or JIT. Let's open a new tab and download 64-bit version of it. And again, once download is complete, we will follow all the steps and leave everything by default. After we install these two pieces of software, we can continue with Anaconda prompt, and we will run several commands. So we go to the search, type Anaconda, and select Anaconda prompt. You will see the terminal window, and we'll just copy the first command into it and press enter. Once the first command is done, we'll continue with the second one. For this one, we'll have to change a part of it to our path to the stable diffusion folder. I will go to the stable diffusion folder to copy the path. Usually it's located in the disk C, users, your user, and then you select stable diffusion, and you should copy the path of stable diffusion folder inside. Right click, copy as path. Let's do it. And press enter. Okay, then we can create a repository inside the, sorry, not repository, but environment. We can create an environment inside the Anaconda. Just copy paste the command and Anaconda will install all necessary packages. Now we're ready to activate the environment we created. And then we can run next command. While this command is running, we can download the weights for the neural network. For this, we go to this website. Let's scroll it down. Let's log in if you have an account. If you don't, just sign up. And then on this same page, we download the weights for the neural network. Okay, once everything is downloaded and the command is finished in the terminal, is in the Anaconda prompt, we shall continue with these two commands. First one you just copy paste, and for the second one you should change the path to your weight file. Just again copy as paths what you just downloaded, and type copy in the Anaconda like this, then pass your path, and copy the rest of the command. To the Anaconda prompt. This will copy the file, the weight file, and rename it. Let's press enter. And again it will take a while because the file is quite big. Okay, when it's done we can close the Anaconda prompt and we can start Rhino. Yeah, for the Rhino we need to install several plugins, which we're gonna do now. Let's type package manager in Rhino 7. And first we need to install plugin called Hops. Just type Hops, select the plugin, and for now let's install the latest version of it. Click install button. Okay, the next plugin we're installing is Human and Human UI. Again, type in Human. You need to install both of them. You can use the latest version here. Okay, great. We can close Package Manager for now, and let's check. There is one more plugin which is not in Package Manager, and we'll need to download it from Food for Rhino. Okay, this is the one. Just go through the page and download the latest version of it. Yes, this exact one. Okay, great. Let's keep a plugin. And we go to the download folder, right click on the archive, properties, and check unblock. It's important to get plugin installed. Perfect, now we can unzip. And I will just copy this folder to the Grasshopper libraries folder. For this I'll open Grasshopper. Go to File, Special Folders. And libraries. Okay, I'll just paste the plugin folder in there, and I'll need to restart Rhino and Grasshopper in order all the plugins to load. Let's open Rhino once again. And we'll need to open Grasshopper. Okay, perfect. Now we go to the stable diffusion folder, which we have in our user folder. Again, disk C, user, your user, and stable diffusion for Grasshopper. And here we need to open main.gh file. Okay, this is basically the link between stable diffusion and Rhino, which allows to send our viewports right to the stable diffusion. In Rhino, let's create a simple geometry, something like this. I'll put a few cubes, stacked one on previous one, and I'll give them a little bit of rotation. Okay, perfect. So first you will see the hops component is in red in your file, and that is a problem of the whole concept. We'll probably need to downgrade the hops because it might not be working with the latest version of it, but we'll deal with it later. First of all, we'll go to this merge component and we will replug the last wire to one on top of the last. It will give us the update image button, as you can see, which is quite important because it allows us to change the viewport preview image, which loaded to the stable diffusion. Here in the prompt we can change the text, and now we'll need to go to the setting, which you will see up there, and here we'll need to copy a few lines of code. Just press copy, And then we'll need to launch again the Anaconda prompt. Type Anaconda, and here it is. Just pass these comments to this prompt, which will launch the Stable Diffusion model. It might take a while, but in the end of the process, you should see the line that Stable Diffusion is listening to the Grasshopper script. Something like this. Okay, now it's a good sign. The Stable Diffusion model is working, and now it's just a matter to tweak a little bit the Grasshopper definition we have. The first thing I'll do, I'll go to the package manager again and downgrade the hops component. Let's type package manager. I'll go to installed, select hops, and select version 11 and something maybe. Okay, and click install. Again, right after this, I will relaunch Rhino and Grasshopper. Yeah, I will save the geometry from Rhino. Close it and open it again. Launch Grasshopper. And open the file once again. Now I'll need to recreate this hops component and link it to the another Grasshopper definition. Let's do this. I'll need to double click and write hops. Like this. Then I'll select another Grasshopper definition in the Stable Diffusion folder and copy its path. Right click on the hops component and enter the path you just copied. It will link two Grasshopper definitions together. Okay, perfect. We see this hops component is working. I will just relink everything to the new component. Okay, it's flashing red, and that means we'll need to tweak a bit another file as well. Let's open this file. And I'll just give a prompt to every input. Right click on the input and we will select a hint. So for the first one is string, for the second one should be integers, third one should be string, fourth one string as well, I will open main file again and you can see it's working now. We can delete the previous hops component, we don't need it anymore, and we can start play and have fun with the stable diffusion. Let's change the prompt a little bit. Press the button near to the prompt. It will update the Grasshopper definition and send a new prompt to the stable diffusion. You can see the progress in the Anaconda prompt. Yeah, it will take a while to adjust the right settings. You can change the background, you can add additional trees, sky, or landscape. And every time you'll get the different result. Add additional modifiers like render, like 3D, maybe photorealistic, or even architectural style. Below the strengths and the iterational sliders, you will see the toggles, which you can modify directly in Grasshopper. You'll need to find this panel and change it to whatever you like. And these words or phrases will be added to the prompt you type after the comma. So it's kind of modifiers to the prompt or to the image. Okay. Stable diffusion utilizes your graphic card, and the more powerful graphic card you have, the faster image generation will work. So playing a bit with the model and stable diffusion on a more powerful PC, I was able to get these results. You can see on the screen. I was able even to produce night render, adding the black background. Now, knowing that, you can produce a concept render just with a few clicks right in Rhino. Thank you for watching. I encourage you to try Stable Diffusion and have fun with it. See you soon.